B. Nameplate's on. Annoyingly, now most of the enemies are actually claimed for someone else. Run! Run! Fucking thing. Attack just keeps coming in. I've made my claim on the enemy. Christ, talk about grievous wounds. Damn it. Whatever. Sorry, my English skills are going out the window. He says grievous wounds, I must recover. Yeah, he'll be fine in a moment. But just the fucking lag was about to get me killed. Christ. They're seemingly taking up most of the heals. I'm not complaining. It's not a big deal. But it's just like you just see this like dramatically like ticking down, and like the only one getting the heals was, you know, over there. As far as I know, I've only set it up so you see what I heal. What's that, like a lightning corgi? Okay, so I got 140 nether shards, a carnage beacon, and a torment one. What was I doing? Oh yes, I have to go find a chest. Just need one, and then I have. Well, presumably, if it gives me at least 5 supply, I'll have enough to if it gives me 5 bits of supply, then I'll have enough to wait, what's this? Oh, it's ancient shrine. If it gives me 3 bits of supplies, then I'll have enough to turn in 100. Quite beautiful.
Here's a small taste.
Ah, wish. Wonder what the Legion thinks of the cockroaches surviving what they're doing. Are they trying to, you know... Will they just come off? Do they care? Do they see them as their one true nemesis? Somehow I kind of doubted on the nemesis front. Anything down here? No. Few dead cultists. Not sure if another player did it, or if it's, you know, they're set to be dead. Could go either way. Nether sworn cultist. I wonder if what is Sagaris is meant to be this rare. We've only ever started recently getting it. It could be due to my low item. Could be due to my low mining level. I'm not sure. Okay, let's have a look over this way. The chests really just don't seem to want to spawn. It is nice though that they do pop up on screen, rather than you have to search around blindly for them. Pop up over there. Come on. Yep. There we go. If I could fly around, I would have an easier time of getting these. But I suppose there's no use in bitching about that. Come on, move. Mount up again. Let's take another look over here. Ah, that's just the sewer mark thing. I was wondering, I thought something weird had cropped up over there. I can do some weird portal just like there or something. But it's just a sewer mark thing. No new dailies. I keep checking back every once in a while because I'm just... If I could get another daily done, that would be nice. I kind of don't want to just end it here, you know? Did I see something back here? Yes, I did. A Legion flying disc. That will help dramatically. If I can get to it before time's out. Because they only stick around for so damn long. Come on, come on, come on. Move. Still, I wish they stuck around for longer than the 2 minutes. Hey, nope. We'll just fly generally in this direction and hope we see something. And the other guy's just flying a little bit behind me till he despawns. So chests spawned more. I wonder, do they only... ooh, Field Commander so-and-so. Huh. Maybe I should stick around with those guys for a bit. Because their grind is going on for a bit. Though saying that, there isn't really any benefit to me for doing it. I can't get resources, I can't get gear, I can get Nether Shard, which I suppose can be turned into gear, but I'm mostly, you know, in Nether Shard territory, you know? So it's not too beneficial. Doesn't it feel like I'm missing a buff or something? That's why I can't see the treasure chests? Wait, I see one. There's a hidden worm tongue cache down here. Oh shit. I was hoping to lose land before it exploded. Okay. Fellblade Guardian. Not really good at their job, are they? I also wonder why they even care about this temple to install guardians to it, and like so many demons. You know, considering how many people are in here, and whatnot, I get. You know, it does make it seem rather significant. When it's just, as far as we know, just some like ruined temple. Maybe there's some detail in a garrison campaign that I haven't done that would explain it. And the chest gave me 2. Give me 2 supplies. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. I think I'm gonna break gut laughing. I'm really in the mood for just fighting them. Wait, why are they damaged? I have no idea. Since they're not in combat, so they should be on full health. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, group up. Come on. Dread blades, eh? Don't know why they started off so damaged. Because they just pretty much collapsed. Felslate Seam. Am I done with them? No, I'm not. The only thing I'm done with is Living Felslate. Eventually I may get all the mining quests here done. Eventually. Also, you know, I mentioned before, I've seen a few videos on this, a video or two on this stuff, but you know, like I was saying, in Argus they're introducing some new materials. Then materials are limited solely to Argus. You can't find them here. You have to be on Argus, which makes, you know, perfect sense. And I'm actually really happy that Blizzard's doing that. Because it makes, you know, a lot of sense, you know, for them to do so. Like, it'll be weird if Argus has the exact same materials as, you know, the rest of, you know, as the Broken Isles. Just because they're in the same expansion. You know, Argus is a different planet, it's blah blah. You know? So, yeah. Grab that now in a second. Don't think putting... Actually, no, other players can take these on you.
It's too far away.
Okay, now I'm done. I'm done for today. And I will go get some Path of Exile recorded. I haven't gotten to touch that since the expansion hit. Like, I was playing like just when the servers were going down to put in the expansion. So, the possibly final expansion? I saw a singular article online, and that's it, claiming that Fall of Oriat was going to be the last Path of Exile expansion. I have no idea if that's true. I haven't seen anything else. The closest thing I saw to imply that was true was when I saw the launcher for Path of Exile. It said, like, well, I think when you were logging in on the main login screen, it said "thank you," and like if you clicked it, you'd have gotten more context. But I never clicked it, so I got no context. But it's like when you have the article in mind, it ends up ringing to me as if it's like, "Thank you for all your dedicated service. This has been the last expansion." You know, it ends up making me think of that. But you know, it's out of context. It doesn't mean much. But regardless, I do hope that we do get a I do hope we get more Path of Exile content because it's really good. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I highly recommend Path of Exile. It's like, if you don't like ARPGs, that's fine. But you may like Path of Exile, even if you don't like them, because it's just that nice. And don't worry about having to pay some fee or something. It's a free game. It sounds like it is. It's always online, but still, it's free. It does microtransactions, but it's all cosmetic stuff. So yeah, it's all around pretty damn good. So like I said, if you want to give ARPGs a go, but haven't been able to find one that really did it for you, give that a go. I know it was painful for me to play Diablo 3, and I've fallen in love with the game. I actually, the moment I finished it, I started playing it, doing my second playthrough again, like straight away or the next day. And I normally don't ever do that. Normally it takes me a while to get back to a game, but here it was different. So yeah, I just highly recommend you give it a try. Though saying that, I was kind of finding it a bit painful myself until I really paid attention to the gem system in the game. Then I started having more fun. There's a move called Dominating Blow. It's a single target move that turns the enemy to your side if they die to it or die not long after. And I managed to rig it up so that every time I use the ability, I strike 3 times, and it's an AoE, and it does bonus like fire damage. And I also have a reduced mana cost on it, which is nice. So it's really nice. And so like the horde of enemies comes at me, I just start smacking them, and they all just join my side and fight for me for the 20 seconds. And they too have the AoE damage on. It does reduce the amount of damage they do, but they do it in an AoE, and they possibly also strike 3 times, I'm not sure. But, you know, it's really cool. Pay attention to that system. There's also, unlike, say, Diablo, where you're like, okay, you're going to get these abilities at this level. The ability system is different. You get gems that you socket into gear, and those gems give you your abilities. They're called virtue gems. There's a whole reason as to why, but that's it. And like I said, you can socket in other gems to modify those abilities. And there's a passive skill tree. As you'd imagine, there's a huge skill tree that only gives you passive things. Oh, actually, I will head back to my garrison in a moment. I need to have a look at the research, and I think there's something else I have to do. But passive skill tree that, like I said, only gives you passive things. But it's really expansive, it's insane. And you aren't locked in by your class. Well, there's 2 skill trees. The main one doesn't lock you in based on your class. You can you could be a Templar, my guy is, and you can reach across the board and get something that the Ranger has. Though to do so, you do have to pick the points all the way across the board, which isn't the best. Like, as it is, my character is a bit squishy, I find. He has a tendency to get one-shot by a heavy attack by an enemy. More often than I'd like. Basically whenever they use it. Or most times when they use it. For a moment I thought I recognized that NPC. I think I recognize that guy though. But anyway, so yeah, there will be a downside to it, but you can do it. My guy is Templar, but reached just a bit into the witches area. So he has 6 zombies, though that may have been altered in the expansion. I do believe I remember hearing that they want to reduce the amount of zombies you had, while buffing them up so you had around the same but less minions. I don't know if they follow through on that, because not all ideas are followed through on. For example, apparently in original WoW, they wanted to have, parts of Northrend and the Hellfire Peninsula in the game, as well as Karazhan. And that was followed through on in later expansions, but not straight away. So, same thing could have happened here. So, what am I saying? I don't know, folks. But yeah, he is. But yeah, my character, Templar reached a bit into the witches area, and because of that, like I said, he's a bit squishier than I like. Though I'm not sure if it's an armor case or a passive skill case. Maybe I needed to expect more into the bonus health, bonus armor stuff at this stage than I have. I'm not sure. But there's more content, so that's more things for me to gain XP from and skill points from, and I can buff them up there. Just takes a few more skill points, and I should be. And here's hoping I'll be fine. So yeah, like I said, anyway. There's oh yes, I mentioned a second skill tree. There's some trials you'll encounter along the first 3 acts. By accomplishing them, you'll unlock another dungeon, which has been changed quite substantially in the recent expansion. So I can't really say how much it's too much about what it's like now. The apparently the first 2 difficulties have been shortened, as well as some additional trials being inserted for the. There's 4 difficulties now: normal, cruel, relentless and or merciless, I can't remember, and